Mithali, I'm going to come to you, and let's also break it down to the brass tacks. At the end of the day, economic relationship between India and Maldives becomes the foundation of how our diplomatic relations move forward. And one look at the bilateral trade figures over the years 2013 to 2024 up until March 2024, we see a sudden, like, you know, from I take a look at these figures. The total number of Indian exports to Maldives stood at $544 million, and suddenly in 2024 they have dropped down to a minuscule $84.69 million. Something similar for Maldives as well. Total imports from Maldives $5.14 million in 2023, and in 2024 it's less than $10 million. So that narrates a story in itself.
Yeah, absolutely, Meghna. But, you know, I think what we have to always understand when we are talking about trade figures is that most of these figures are on trade in goods. But what India was actually purchasing from the Maldives was trade in services, which is the tourist services that Maldives had to offer. And in fact, when you add up the figures of trade in goods plus trade in services, the relationship actually skewed in favor of Maldives, because just think about the steady stream of tourists who were going from India to Maldives. So many Bollywood films were being shot in the Maldives. Not only Bollywood, I would say all Indian films, you know, were being shot in the Maldives, Indian web series. It's a massive industry which was generating millions of dollars of revenue for the Maldives. So many luxury resorts were getting co-invested, you know, with investors from India who were taking investments to create jobs in the Maldives. So, you know, it's not only about this very narrow view that the president of the United States has sort of put down our throats almost since April, where we are always talking about trade and goods. We have to understand that economic relationships go far beyond, you know, trade and goods, and it's all about trade and goods and services, as well as the investment that we can generate. And the most important thing is jobs. Today, when we look at the global economy, we know that there is going to be a massive, you know, sort of crisis of jobs. People need to be skilled. Who is the best person for a global South country to train your youth in the use of technology? It is the Indian IT engineer. Because the Indian IT engineer is the most sought after, well-trained, highly skilled person who can work in global companies. Now, just imagine if the ties between India and global South countries like Maldives become stronger, then India can say, you know, I want to invest in creating a global capability center in the Maldives. India can say, I will set up an Indian Institute of Technology in the Maldives. India has just set up an Indian Institute of Technology in the UAE. So at the end of the day, we have to stop short selling ourselves as a country. We have many sellable skills. We have a thriving startup ecosystem in India. We have thriving, you know, youth in India who have new ideas, who
right.
are
okay, yeah, absolutely. You know, India has been for decades together providing all kinds of assistance, building infrastructure, building roads, bridges, maritime exercises, developing their maritime infrastructure, talking about health services, talking about building hospitals, educational institutes, you name it, and India has been providing assistance by way of line of credit, by means of soft loans, by means of providing financial and material investments into Maldivian infrastructure for you know, further burgeoning the economy of the island nation.